Hi guys, how you doing? Senior Gaming here, and in today's episode I'm bringing you Dragon Knight's Idol and a world boss. So with the latest update we got a completely new area added called World Boss, and you cannot really miss, this is a new icon at the bottom of your screen. So if we click on it, then we got a three tabs. We've got Dungeon, Insignia and Shop itself. So the World Boss info is pretty good, I got to say. This is finally nicely detailed in comparison to any other aspects of the game, so we can fully know what is going on. So obviously from here we can enter the dungeon, and we're gonna do it at the end of this video, and we can access that once every hour. Or we can just go with the instant entry, which cost us 300 diamonds. So as you see, we're gonna compete against players, and then obviously the further you go in a rank, the more rewards you're gonna get. So you're gonna select a random option while fighting, and you will see that in just a second. So every 10 seconds we can choose one of the rewards to either multiply damage, reduce stun effect, and so on and so on. And then obviously the higher damage output you'll get, you're gonna get classified in a rank. And as you currently see, I'm on rank 122, which means I'm gonna receive additional 1000 of the currency. And the main currency we're talking about here is gonna be a W coins. So I'll tell you more about them in just a second. So in my opinion, currently, as I've been sort of trying it out for 2-3 days, unless you are in a sort of top 10 place, if you in between rank 51 and then all the way to 500 or even 1000, I would not really worry too much about squeezing so much damage output. And there is a different strategy I have already applied which gets me better off, and I'll show you that in just a second as well. Okay, so let's just continue with what we actually can do in here. So once we actually start receiving these W coins, then we can exchange them in a shop. So the shop itself got a various chest to choose from. The egg basket is a self-explanatory. It will give us one of the eggs, so then we can hatch them. I would not recommend spending W coins on that, especially to start off. Try to farm as strong insignia as possible. And then obviously you got insignia chests, so you can buy one, we can buy 5, and then you got a chance of actually receiving insignia in the first place, or just getting the fragments, which then you can also exchange them into insignia. So when it comes to the whole concept and that strengthening of our heroes, we obviously gonna have pretty much like a banner look like insignia, which will enhance our stats. So there are different stats which you normally have in a game. So we got movement speed, attack speed, gold drop, item drop rate, and so on and so on. And they are obviously within a grades. So you start with common, premium, and so on and so on. I have already tried to merge, because you can, once you farm a few of the same grade, you can merge them with a chance of getting a higher statistic. My worry is that actually in order to start getting premium ones, as you see, there is only 2% chance to get that. So therefore I have landed onto another common insignia, and I was pretty much in the same spot. But coming back to equipment, there is something else which also struck me, and it's pretty worrying so far, but let's see how the game will play out. So basically we've got this common insignia, we've got premium, ultimate, epic, and then we actually get into legendary, which can be only acquired when you place 10 to 4, and also mythical 1 to 3. And as you see, these are massive boosts. So currently my common one gives me 20% gold drop, whilst mythical gives you everything in a massive percentage. So if I look into dungeon and rank itself, obviously being in the top tiers gives you a lot of coins, but also give you this insignia. So I really struggle to believe how hard it's gonna be for non-top 10 players to actually have any decent insignia and have significant damage or the item boost. But as mentioned earlier, this is early stage. Let's see how that's gonna play out. Okay, so we have established that. We got shop, which we changing. We got insignia, which is pretty much all the essence from this dungeon. And now let's jump into one of these, and I'll show you exactly what we should be doing. Okay, right then. So let's face the beast. We've got 60 seconds on the clock. We will be able to choose skill per every 10 seconds. Okay, So, because I mentioned earlier I'm on rank 122, I've got a certain strategy which I want to share with you. So unless, as I mentioned, you are top rank, my recommendation is that you actually go for a W coin every single time. And I'll show you why on the just end of this fight. Alright, so we're gonna select 30 now. And now every 10 seconds coming down the clock, we'll be able to select another skill. Right, now we can go for a decreased stun time, which is a very good skill because every single time the boss trying to hit us, he will actually use stun. But I will continue with W coin. So now we got a 60 on our radar. And as you see, obviously when the boss will cast the skill, then this is where we lose damage. So again, we can go with decrease stun or multiply the attack. So I will decrease the stun. I believe once you land this skill as the first one and then you start multiplying the damage, this is a great chance to have a good damage output. Okay, so we're choosing a 50 coin. So we now have farmed 110 coins in total. We're gonna have a few more seconds to choose a 5th reward. Oh wow, this is a pretty good streak with the coins itself. So obviously in this particular case we got no chance of actually deal any significant damage, but we have farmed quite a lot of coins. And now that with the last 10 seconds in, we're just gonna get down the clock and the battle will be finished. So now with the summary page, as you see, every single time, despite what damage you have dealt, you're gonna have 100 coins as default, and we actually managed to get more than that with a bonus of 160. So coming back to World Boss and the rank I have mentioned earlier, if you see, currently I've got 1,000 coins, and that's more likely once a week reward. And then if I start pushing further down, I got a chance of receiving 500 more. But I have just farm 160 from a bonuses itself, and I can access that every hour. So unless you are top player, this is one of the secret strategy I wanted to mention in this video, where the damage won't be as necessary. Just go for the W coins and you should be much more better off. Okay then, so this will be it for this particular video, guys. I hope you found this useful, and as always, I'll see you next time.